everyone, my name is Shauna, in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Look who decided to join me for today's video. My sweet little Luna, who I call Chicken Legs, because she rips off her hair and it looks like chicken legs. Anyways, in today's video I'm going to be talking about another Daniel Radcliffe movie that I watched. This movie was called Beast of Burden. Beast of Burden is a 2018 film that is classified as action/crime. It stars Daniel Radcliffe, and for the majority of the film it is simply Daniel Radcliffe and no one else. This movie is about a drug mule, so he is someone who is transporting drugs for a drug trade, and he's doing his last drug run. He wants to be done with this. He's getting the FBI involved so he can catch the people involved with this drug deal business. He actually becomes a drug mule for a good reason, so it really puts into perspective that like some people are generally trying to better their lives when they get involved with the drug business. However, on this last drug run, his final drug run of his career being a drug mule, it goes terribly wrong. So this is sort of like a thriller. Well, it's supposed to be a thriller, but it is so slow. So slow, so boring that I kept almost falling asleep while watching this, and I feel really bad saying that. I never thought I'd say that I'd almost fallen asleep watching a Daniel Radcliffe film, but then this movie happened. And technically it's supposed to be a high-stakes thriller, so it should be fast-paced. It just isn't. This movie takes place mostly on a plane, and it is basically the same things happening over and over again. So it is Shawn, the main character, on a plane, and he gets a call from his wife, he gets a call from the FBI, he gets a call from the drug dealer, and it's just like him getting a bunch of phone calls and having the same conversations over and over again, and it is just a simple shot of him in the plane, and you occasionally get to see this guy. So I wasn't impressed by the cinematography and the pacing, and Daniel Radcliffe has done some films where it is mainly solely focused just on him, but they turned out really well. Like, for example, the movie Jungle, that one turned out really well, even though it was focused fully on Daniel. However, this movie really did not work. I think it needed a different script. I think the soundtracks needed to be changed to make it more intense and epic, because this is supposed to be a high-stakes thriller. Lives are on the line in this movie, so it should be fast-paced, it should be intense, but it just wasn't. It definitely got better once the plane was landed and he got off the plane, but still there were several scenes where I was like, the camera is shaky and having weird zooms and it doesn't seem like a professional movie, and I was like, this is so weird and not what I'm used to with Daniel Radcliffe films. Oh, and one thing to mention too is this movie takes place mostly at night, so even though you're getting shots of the sky that technically should be pretty, it's night. You're just seeing like darkness with a few cloud shapes. The only saving grace about this movie is Daniel Radcliffe's performance. Daniel really was incredible as always in this film, and this movie clearly put his acting skills to the test, because this movie was focused so solely on him. He didn't have other actors to deal with. He's obviously not flying in the sky. I don't believe Daniel Radcliffe has a license, and it clearly is green screened, so he is having to really like imagine all of these and do his best, and he did his best with the script that he was given. I think his acting was incredible in this film, but his incredible acting can't save this film since it is so boring and slow. So overall, I would say that this is the worst Daniel Radcliffe movie that I have seen so far. I think I have about like 5 more Daniel Radcliffe movies left to watch out of the ones that are out currently. I don't know if any other ones can be worse than this, because I was literally falling asleep and I got so bored at points that I was scrolling through Twitter. You know, like that says a lot about a movie if I open Twitter, an app that I have to read everything instead of an app where I just look at pictures. But yeah, this movie just didn't work for me. This is also the movie that I have 2 copies of. Why is it that my least favorite Daniel Radcliffe film is the one that I have the most copies of? I mean, actually I take that back. I have more copies of Harry Potter. This is the only Daniel Radcliffe movie besides Harry Potter that I have multiple copies of. There, that's a better way to word it. You could definitely give this one a shot if you want to, but I think it's okay, honestly, to just watch clips of the exciting parts, because yeah, it's just so slow. I'm sorry that I don't have more positive things to say about this movie. I really try and find the positives to all the movies, but this one is just so hard because it was so slow and boring. I'm really glad I didn't see this one in theaters, but I'm just really disappointed by Beast of Burden, and I just was hoping for something better with this movie. I know this video is really short, but unfortunately I don't really have that much else to say, because this movie was just a lot of Daniel Radcliffe sitting in a plane. It's a 90-minute movie, but he's just sitting in a plane in the darkness for most of it. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. If you watched Beast of Burden, feel free to leave your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. I'm interested in seeing if there's people who actually enjoyed this movie. When I looked online, most people that I saw did not enjoy this movie, but I'm wondering if there's people that enjoyed it. Anyways, I upload videos twice a week, so my next video will be uploaded next Tuesday. I hope all of you will stick around to watch that one, and until next time, goodbye!